stadium lights drop, horns blast, voices soar 3 octaves high into the night. The rhythm section locks into a groove that defies gravity. Earth, Wind, and Fire in 1970, 10 musicians on stage creating something the world had never heard before. In this video, we reveal what happened to each one of them. Maurice White. Maurice White formed the band in Chicago in 1969. He drummed for Chess Records and learned production from the best. His vision drove every album. The kalimba became his signature. He pushed boundaries nobody else touched. The concept albums, spirituality, and Egyptian imagery were all Maurice. He engineered the crossover when rock, jazz, and R&B audiences all showed up. By the mid-1970s, Earth, Wind, and Fire ruled stadiums. Maurice directed every element. His Parkinson's diagnosis came in the 1990s. He stepped back from touring, but kept producing. So, where is he now? Unfortunately, the disease progressed slowly over 2 decades. Maurice White passed away in February 2016 at age 7, leaving a legacy that remains untouchable. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted the band in 2000, and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award followed in 2010. His arrangements and production still influence modern music. Young producers study his layering techniques. The revolutionary sound he crafted endures across generations. His brother Verdine continues the mission, and Maurice's vision lives through every performance. Verdine White.
You remember 21st night, September.
Verdine White, Maurice's brother, played bass like percussion. His style redefined the instrument's role. Those signature leaps on stage became iconic. The white bass guitar became his calling card. He studied at the Chicago Conservatory. Classical training met street funk. Maurice recruited him in 1970. The brothers formed the band's backbone. Verdine's lines drove hits like September and Boogie Wonderland. His energy never quit. While others stood still, he danced. Stage presence matched technical mastery. Critics called him one of the greatest bassists alive. So what is he doing now? After his brother's passing, Verdine White remains the band's anchor at 74 years old, still performing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, as the energy has barely diminished. Concerts continue regularly around the world, and Verdine honors his brother's legacy through every performance. He appears in documentaries sharing detailed band history, and young bassists cite him as their primary influence. Social media shows him staying remarkably active with fans. His dedication to the music never wavered, and the white bass still flies across stages worldwide. Philip Bailey. Philip Bailey joined in 1972, bringing that otherworldly falsetto voice. His vocal range became absolutely legendary in the music industry. 4 octaves achieved with effortless control and precision every time. Easy Lover with Phil Collins made him a major solo star later in the decade, but Earth, Wind, and Fire remained his true home throughout his career. His gospel background shaped all the vocal harmonies beautifully. He could shift from tenor to soprano instantly and perfectly. Maurice recognized the extraordinary gift immediately upon hearing him. Bailey anchored the complex vocal arrangements on every album. Shining Star showcased his remarkable power. What happened after all that? That voice cut through the densest arrangements with remarkable ease, and studios marveled at his takes consistently. First pass, perfect pitch, every time without fail. Philip Bailey continues performing with the band at 73, and that falsetto still hits the high notes with incredible precision. He's released solo gospel albums in recent years to acclaim, and Bailey tours regularly with Earth, Wind, and Fire to sold-out venues worldwide. His voice remains a vocal marvel that musicians study obsessively, and young singers analyze his technique frame by frame. Ralph Johnson. Ralph Johnson joined on percussion in 1972 immediately. He brought Caribbean rhythms nobody expected at all in the mix. Congas, timbales, hand drums filled the sound beautifully. His polyrhythmic approach added serious depth to arrangements. The drum section became three-dimensional overnight with his addition. Johnson studied under master percussionists extensively in his youth. Latin jazz influenced his style heavily throughout his career. Maurice gave him complete creative freedom to experiment. That freedom produced unique textures nobody else achieved. September features his signature patterns prominently throughout. He also sang backing vocals, adding layers. So where did he end up? Harmonies tightened with his addition. Stage shows gained another performer. Ralph Johnson remains active at 74. He performs alongside Verdine and Philip. The original core stays intact. His percussion still drives rhythm. Johnson appears in documentaries frequently. He discusses the process openly. Younger percussionists seek his wisdom. The energy from 1972 continues. Larry Dunn. Larry Dunn controlled the keyboards from 1972 to 1983 with mastery. Those synthesizer textures defined the albums completely and distinctively. He studied at the University of Denver formally in classical theory. Classical training met electronic exploration in his unique approach. Maurice trusted his instincts completely without question or hesitation. Dunn crafted the memorable intro to Reasons that fans recognize. That cascading line became unforgettable to listeners worldwide. His Moog work pushed boundaries constantly in electronic music. Mini Moog, ARP, Yamaha synthesizers, all mastered by his hands. He mastered every board available then. So what does his life look like? Arrangements grew complex over time. Dunn handled demands easily. Larry Dunn left touring in 1983. He pursued production afterwards. Dunn worked with various artists. His expertise remained in demand. He occasionally reunites today. His contributions are recognized. Modern players cite his influence. At 72, he remains connected. A.L. McKay. Al McKay joined on guitar in 1973, bringing funk. His rhythm work became essential to the sound instantly. September's guitar line came directly from his skilled hands. Funk, precision defined his approach to every track recorded. McKay also co-wrote major hits for the band significantly. His songwriting credits include key tracks remembered today. The Commodores employed him before Earth, Wind, and Fire. Maurice recognized his versatility immediately upon meeting him. McKay's rhythm guitar locked with the bass perfectly. Tight, economical, perfect every time on stage. He understood space and arrangements brilliantly. So what is his status in 2026? Al McKay departed the band in the early 1980s. He formed the Al McKay All-Stars later on. His group performs Earth, Wind, and Fire classics regularly. McKay tours with his own ensemble worldwide. He holds rights to perform certain songs. His contributions receive proper recognition now. At 77, he stays musically active. The funk guitar tradition continues through him. Fred White. Fred White took over drums in 1974. Another White brother joined the ranks. His pocket was impeccable. Groove came naturally to him. Fred learned from Verdine and Maurice. Family chemistry strengthened the rhythm section. His drumming powered the peak albums. Gratitude, Spirit, All in All. Those records showcase his feel. Fred kept time with absolute precision. No rushing, no dragging. Studio sessions ran smoothly with him. His professionalism impressed engineers constantly. The groove pocket was his home. Fred White passed away in January 2023 at age 7. His death shocked the music community. Tributes poured in from musicians worldwide. Fred had stepped away from touring years earlier. His drumming remains essential to the classic sound. Recordings preserve his mastery forever. The White family lost another pillar. His contributions built the foundation. Modern drummers study his grooves closely. Fred's legacy lives in the pocket. His feel remains the gold standard. Andrew Woolfolk. Andrew Woolfolk played saxophone from 1973 to 1985. His tenor sax lines cut through arrangements. The horn section depended on his leadership. Woolfolk arranged many brass parts himself. His jazz background informed every solo. He studied at Texas Southern University. Technical skill met soulful expression perfectly. The Phoenix horns featured his playing prominently. Studio albums showcased his versatility. From smooth ballads to screaming funk, Woolfolk delivered every time. His tone defined the saxophone sound of the era. So what is he up to these days? Andrew Woolfolk passed away in April 2022 at age 71. His death preceded Fred White's by months. The band lost 2 key members rapidly. Woolfolk had retired from regular touring earlier. His saxophone work defined the horn sound. Those arrangements remain unchanged in performances. Younger players learn his parts note for note. His influence on horn arrangements continues. The Phoenix horns honored his memory. Andrew's tone echoes through the catalog permanently. Dunn, Myrick. Don Myrick led the Phoenix horns on alto sax. His playing drove the brass attack. Myrick came from Chicago's jazz scene. He worked with Ramsey Lewis before joining. His arrangements became legendary quickly. The horn section recorded with countless artists. Sessions for Phil Collins, Whitney Houston, others. Myrick's alto sax had distinctive bite, aggressive yet melodic simultaneously. Earth, Wind, and Fire's horn sound was his vision. His charts set the standard for horn sections, but his story ended tragically. Don Myrick was murdered in July 1993 at only 47 years old. The tragedy shocked everyone. An off-duty police officer killed him in Los Angeles. The circumstances remain disputed. His death robbed music of a master. The Phoenix horns never recovered the same magic. Myrick's influence transcended one band. His arrangements shaped decades of production. Brass sections still reference his work. The loss remains deeply felt in music today. Johnny Graham. Johnny Graham handled lead guitar from 1973 to 1970. 1979, his solos added fire to the mix. Graham came from a blues background. That edge colored his playing distinctively. His work on Serpentine Fire burns bright. Technical prowess met raw emotion. Maurice gave him space to stretch.
Into terms with what it means to me.
Graham delivered memorable moments consistently. His tone cut without overwhelming arrangements. Perfect balance every time. His guitar work provided the rock edge. Johnny Graham left Earth, Wind and Fire in 1979. He pursued session work extensively afterward. Graham played with numerous artists over decades. His guitar remained in demand constantly. He maintained a lower profile than others. Interviews are rare but insightful when given. So, where is he in the story today? At 78, he lives more privately now. His contributions are acknowledged by historians. Those solos still inspire guitar students. Graham's legacy endures through recordings. The 1970s lineup created something irreplaceable. Some members departed early, others stayed for decades. 4 have passed away now: Maurice, Fred, Andrew, and Dunn. Their recordings still preserve the spark, the precision, the joy. Verdine, Philip, and Ralph keep the torch lit, performing the classics with honor and discipline. The music refuses to age. Earth, Wind, and Fire built a foundation that still holds today. New generations keep discovering the catalog, and the influence keeps widening worldwide. These 10 musicians reshaped popular music then and now, with a sound that stays timeless. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and tell me your favorite member or song. Watch the next video on 1960s tracks that bombed first, then came back as hits. Watch. VC LDPB XWXOQU.